Me and married. Take one. Hey.
Before we start, which one's Stan again?
Oh.
He's the fat one, is he?
He was the one with the moustache.
Okay, Gary, let's do this thing.
Laurel Hardy, perhaps the most famous and possibly the funniest comedy.
Here we go.
Arthur Jr., or Stan as he was known. Oh, hang on. I wasn't laughing at your mum before, but I'm definitely not now.
Got you now.
Back in England, Stan was now living in 8 Dockwray Square, North Shields, which stood pretty much in this position. He would often play in the grassy...
I'm going to put a cuckoo there, just to make it sound like you swore, even though you didn't.
This is ribs, though.
It's your bloody fault. Easy putting me off.
Who?
Got too many eyes on me.
That's it. Big audience.
They're all watching it.
Big audience. Once you've done the first post, have a little breather and then give yourself a second.
Pause. I'm 100%, this is my problem.
Here's your little breather.
This is Stonelaw High Street. No, it's not.
Cast as a detective was Oliver Hardy. At last, they were together in the same...
Yes. Yes. Better if I could do it as 2 goers, can I?
You can do it you like. See, try if you can do it at one.
Okay, okay.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my God, I can't learn all of this.
Before their chance.
Mike did that.
Stan had joined the cast of his father's sketch, Home from the Honeymoon, which was nearing the end of a successful tour of English theatres.
So the tour commenced in October 1912, performing mainly the Wow Wows. However, they did go on to start again. A Night in an English Music Hall. Why can't I remember that? Stop laughing.
His family and friends were clearly seeing Stan's...
I already told you, that's not the right art. It's not the right art for this one. Come on, get a grip. Get a bloody grip.
At last, the two of them... Oh!
The crazy cracksman. Crazy cracksman.
Crazy cracksman.
By December 1909, Stack was... Stack!
His grandparents were living in Ulverston on 3 Argyle Street, but Stan?
Young Stan had locked...
Family and friends were already starting to see Stan. His family and friends were already starting to see Stan's sense of humour.
Who's Sam? Just do it again, but so you like you mean it.
No. This was a short-lived partnership.
Yeah.
At last.
To another theatre in Glasgow, the Britannica. Oh, I'm going to say Britannica. Prevude?
Prevude.
I think I was going to say abduction. I don't know what I was going to say.
No, I can't do it.
Stan and Arthur Dando worked together as the Bartow brothers, performing as... Stan and Arthur Dando... Stan and Arthur Dando worked together as the Bartow brothers, performing a sketch called The Rum and Raisins.
The pair of them reformed the Bartow Brothers Act and resumed... No, it was coming out again then, Brucey. Good game, good game.
At last, the two of them were in the...
So the tour commenced in October 1912, and they started off performing mainly the Wow Wows, but afterwards they had progressed to A Light and Stop It. Do that again. A Night in an English Music Hall, you fool.
That stands 40-year-old. 40-year-old?
40-year-old.
It was here at 17 Craig Miller Road that stands 40 year... Oh. Start again. It was here at 17 Craig Miller Road that stands 40 year... No!
48.
And his father's bankruptcy Must have weighed heavily on the young mind of this young... The man went by with a bowler hat. You're not going to believe me, are you?
You nearly had that then.
At last. At last.
By 1910, Stan was now touring the British.
Keep it going, that's fine. Then, I get it. I just play the damn note. Then,
Under management by Claude W. Bostock, the Keystone Trio landed a tour playing shows.
One of the producers there, a chap called Al Roach, had just signed a contract with Pathé to produce a series of comedies featuring Arnold. There we go. Arnold.
Tra la 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 la.
Pom pom.
Production of his debut film, Nuts in May, began.
You'll have to do a cutaway, Gary. I can't do it.
Excuse me.
At last, the two of them were in.
Arthur Jefferson continued his work as theatre manager. In 1901, he added the Metropole Theatre in Glasgow to his small chain, commuting backwards and forwards between Glasgow and Bishopauckland and North Shields. Not necessarily in that order. Saved by the Plane.
Yeah. The plane! The plane! The plane!
after filming Nuts in May, the plan to make more Stanley companies. Swear. Do it again. 1, 2, 3. After filming Nuts in May, the plan to make more Stanley companies. After filming Nuts in May, the plan to make more Stanley comedies.
At this time, and by October 1917, he found his way back into movies, working for Nestor and RKO at Universal.
RKO.
Contractual. After the completion of the 5 films with Hal Roach, Stan had fulfilled his contract. Oh, shut up! After the completion of the 5 films with Hal Roach, Stan had fulfilled his contract. After the completion of the 5 films with Hal Roach, Stan had fulfilled his contract. After the completion of the 5 films with Hal Roach. Know what am I saying? Stan had fulfilled his contract.
This is the one.
Roach was left without a leading actor for his series of 5 pictures, but director Alf Golding had seen Stan's vaudeville act and he suggested him to Roach. So based on Golding's recommendation...
Babe Hardy could in every... This is awful. Oh, this is awful.
Stan had been working at Endorf.
Back in England, Stan was now living in his family home in 8 Dockery Square, North Shields, pretty much in this spot without the sign on the lamppost.
When filming, Oliver Hardy did his best to work as closely to Aubrey as he could. This paid off for Babe, as he soon became recognised as a comic heavy.
I think when you said could, went really high pitched.
I did.
Yeah. Turned into Bee Gees.
Music, he wanted to have a go with...
At last.
During the following films, we began to see more of those Laurel and Hardy character car.
You'll get it in one there. You're not going to say Martin Daniels and Max Bauer. Yeah.
No!
Arthur Jefferson continued his work as a theatre manager. In 1901, he added the Metropole Theatre in Glasgow to his small chain, commuting regularly between North Shields and...
Yeah.
Vitagraph. I thought that, when I said it.
Yeah, it is Vitagraph.
Filming at Lubin resumed in spring 1915. By August the same year, the company went into partnership with Vitagraph.
Vitagraph.
Oh. Filming at Lubin resumed in spring 1915. By August the same year, the company went into partnership with... I can't say it now!
I was going to start laughing there. So we've just got an outtake going on. Okay. So you can't say Vitagraph.
He'll be ready in 5 minutes.
Alright, we'll break off after this bit.
He soon developed a reputation as a consistent performer as a heavy. Performer?
On the 16th of July 1908, Stan placed an advert in the theatrical newspaper The Age. The Age? Gordon Bennett!
The Age?
The
Thank you. Sorry about that. Sorry about the drain.
Yep.
Stopping on zigzags is dangerous and selfish.
Chaps, can you just, for a minute? 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
You're spoiling the artistry.
He's being a diva now.
Hey!
Hardy's first film at Vim was The Midnight Prowlers, released in November 1915.
Released?
Did I say Willis
I think you
Wadger?
said released.
Oh, Willis Wadger.
He turned into Jonathan Wass.
So he could be...
On that Friday evening before filming... On the Friday evening before filming... I can't say filming. Now I know how you feel, Liam, Joe, Mike.
You can't prove it's wine.
Well, you see, the secret is to switch it on when I don't know.
Bronco Brilliant, Brilly Anderson.
Really?
Really?
Bronco Brillo Pad.
Bronco Brillo Pad. Right, that's me cracked up.
At last,